Breaking news. Bai Lu's Tearful interview. Did Dylan Wang betray her for Shen Yue? This article is a fictional dramatization and not based on any real event. Prologue. A stage set on fire. It began as a quiet afternoon. The air in the studio was still almost fragile. Bai Lu, China's sweetheart with a heartwarming smile and mesmerizing presence, sat alone. Soft lighting etched her silhouette. Viewers expected something routine, perhaps promotion for her latest project. But what came next was anything but routine. Act 1. The Unraveling. As the interviewer's presence faded into the background, Bai Lu's composure shifted. Her perfectly articulated voice faltered, and shimmering tears gathered in her eyes. The facade cracked. The audience held its breath. She took a shuddering breath, trembling. I never thought I'd feel this kind of betrayal from someone I trusted completely. The studio erupted. Was she about Dylan Wang? Was this about Shen Yue? Questions swirled like autumn leaves in a storm. The clip went viral before the final sentence escaped her lips. Act 2. The rumor machine fires. Social media exploded. Did Dylan Wang betray Bai Lu for Shen Yue? Trended worldwide. Forums buzzed with speculation, from heartbreak to scandalous love triangles. Fan edits of the interview clip combined with melodramatic music circulated like wildfire. Fandom splintered. Allegiances formed in seconds. Team Bai Lu and Team Shen Yue emerged, each defending their idol with fiery devotion. The rumor mill whirred, fueled by whispers and speculation. Had Dylan Wang secretly dumped Bai Lu? Act 3. The scenes unfold. 1. The call that broke her. It was said the tearful breakdown came after a phone call. Her manager, voice calm but firm, had informed her that Dylan had been seen in a private setting, cozy and intimate, with Shen Yue. A betrayal, not scripted, struck like lightning into her heart. The audience could almost feel that gut-wrenching solitude, the silent ringtone of heartbreak. 2. The swipe that changed everything. Shortly after, a certain video began circling, Dylan and Shen Yue laughing, close, seemingly inseparable. Was it promotional? Casual? Or the smear that sealed her devastation? Either way, the needle dropped. The tension in the room became palpable. 3. The tear that spoke volumes. At the height of the interview, Bai Lu's tear fell. Not just any tear, but one that carried every unspoken question, every heartbreak, every moment of disbelief. Why me? Seemed written in that silent drop. It felt like a scene from a film about love and betrayal, but here and now it was all too real. Act 4. Public frenzy and fan reactions. Even though this entire situation is fictitious, I wanted to weave in how fans typically react based on real-life patterns. Here's a peek into fan commentary, fictionalized for effect. My heart can't take it. Bai Lu deserved better. This has to be PR gone wrong. Shen Yue is sweet, but the way this happened? Unforgivable. Reactions were raw, emotional, some empathetic, others skeptical. Amidst it all, truths blurred into myth. Reality and fiction intertwined in the fan-driven narrative. Act V. The hypothetical fallout. Though this is entirely a what-if scenario, here's how things might unfold. 1. Damage control. Bai Lu's team might issue a statement. We value privacy. No betrayal occurred. This was taken out of context. But once those tears are shown, some wounds cut deeper than words. Dylan Wang's response. Dylan could publicly deny the betrayal, stating, Bai Lu is like family. There's no truth in these rumors. Would that quell the storm? 3. Shen Yue's silence. Often, celebrities choose to ride the wave quietly. A muted repost? A supportive comment? Or simply radio silence? Each choice fans scrutinize, as if silence speaks louder than words. 4. Media swirl. Articles splashed comparisons of her heartbreak with iconic film scenes. For Bai Lu, flooded entertainment news. Finale. Echoes in the mind. Was a single tear. It spoke of heartbreak, of trust fractured, of love complicated. A tear that launched rumors, speculation, and viral fandom warfare. And even though none of this actually happened, no tear, no. Sometimes, the possibility of drama is more potent. Closing thought. Why we are drawn to drama. Even fabricated stories like fascinated by emotional vulnerability. Fans deeply connect with celebrity tales. Rumors, real or imagined, ignite a frenzy, sometimes louder than truth. In Bai Lu's hypothetical tear, we see ourselves, our hopes, our fears of betrayal and heartbreak. The interview that shattered the illusion. The camera for the tension in the air became impossible to ignore. Bai Lu, usually confident, playful, and effortlessly charismatic, sat unusually still, her hands tightly clenched in her lap. She wore a muted pastel that hugged her frame softly, yet it failed to brighten the storm brewing. There was no style, just quiet restraint, and the kind of stillness that screamed louder than words. The interviewer began lightly, asking about her recent roles, her growth in the industry, and her plans ahead. She answered politely, her rumors about tensions with Dylan Wang recently. Would you like to comment? The pause was deafening. Not seconds, but full moments passed. The air felt thicker. Bai Lu exhaled slowly, the edges of her lips trembling. She looked straight into the camera, and for a brief, painful moment, the mask slipped. Scene 1. The breath before the storm. You know, she began, voice wasn't hurt. Like we're too professional for that kind of emotion. But sometimes, you just can't keep it in anymore. A single tear glistened at the edge of her eye. The camera zoomed in, instinctively capturing the raw, unscripted pain on her face. Social media, watching live, lit up like a wildfire, comments pouring in by the second. What's happening? She's crying. Oh my God, is this about Dylan? No way.
Not them.
Please no. The interviewer, caught off guard, tried to remain neutral. The room knew something massive was about to drop. Scene 2. The memory she couldn't unsee. Without prompting, Bai Lu continued. We filmed together for months. We shared scripts, meals, late-night secrets. Or so I thought. The camera caught the shimmer of heartbreak in her eyes, a look of disbelief in time. But one day, I walked into the production line. See me come in. She hesitated. He was with her, Shen Yue. They were laughing, but it wasn't just that. He touched her arm, leaned in. I saw something looked at me in weeks. That was the moment. The one that sent a tremor through everyone watching. A collective gasp, silent but deafening. She didn't accuse. She didn't slander. She simply remembered. And somehow that was worse. Scene 3. A voice choked by trust. I didn't say anything that day. I left before they saw me. Bai Lu paused again, fighting back a surge of emotion. I told myself it was probably nothing. Maybe they were rehearsing. Maybe I was overthinking. But the feeling didn't leave me. She turned slightly in her chair, as if facing away from the weight of the world. And then it all started making sense. Canceled dinners. The that it came with shouting or the truth is it's quiet. Until one day you realize the person standing behind closed doors. Though she never said it outright, her story painted a vivid image. A side glance, accidental brush-ins with Shen Yue in the hallway, each moment insignificant alone. Together, unbearable. I wasn't just his co-star. I was his friend. And I believed I was more than that. A second tear slipped down her cheek. Maybe that was my mistake. The camera captured her vulnerability with aching clarity. This wasn't a starlet airing petty drama. This was a woman speaking from the edges of a broken trust. The shock heard around the world. Within every major platform, Weibo, TikTok, were looped endlessly. Edits were made with soft piano overlays, and fan pages posted heartfelt essays. She deserved better. Theories flew like sparks. Did Dylan... Was this just a misinterpretation? What mattered was how she felt, and that feeling came across like thunder. People saw them. The pain of being overlooked replaced misunderstood. The ache of watching someone you trust drift silently into someone else's orbit. Scene 6. Her She blinked, her voice a whisper. Screen faded to black. No dramatic music. No outro. Just silence. This moment unforgettable is the tearful confession, the unanswered questions, the grace with which ever naming names or slinging mud. She didn't need to. Her silence, her tears, her memories, those were louder than any headline. And whether or not Dylan Wang truly betrayed her for Shen Yue may never be confirmed. But in that moment, it no longer mattered, because the world had already taken a side. So once again, from all of us at K-Romance Central, thank you. If this story touched your heart, if it made you believe in love, or if you just want to stay updated on every twist in this breathtaking saga, backhand index pointing right, don't and click that notification button for updates. Because this is K-Romance Central, and here, we don't just report stories. We bring the romance to life. Sparkling Heart.